A leaked dossier revealed that anti-Corbyn right-wing Labour Party operatives worked against Jeremy Corbyn in the general election to sabotage him and oust him as leader of the party.
I'd rather be dead in a ditch.
A cache of leaked WhatsApp messages and emails show right-wing Labour Party officials who worked at their headquarters both sabotaged Corbyn's general election and also lamented when Corbyn was doing well, as well as a few other things that I'm going to get to. It was an 860-page dossier, and it claims that, quote, an abnormal intensity of factional opposition to the party leader had inhibited the proper functioning of the Labour Party bureaucracy, end quote, and contributed to, quote, a litany of mistakes in the way the Labour Party handled the anti-Semitism accusations.
So what's the deal with politics? I don't get it.
The new party leader is a guy named Keir Starmer, and he's part of the so-called soft left, but he gravitates towards and operates from more of a right-wing perspective. In other words, he may be soft left, but he's working in the interests of the right wing of the party.
What do you mean?
Starmer's statement on the matter mostly revolved around the fact that the leaks happened to begin with. He didn't have any issue with the content of the leaks. He was more mad that they were leaked at all.
The American people are sick and tired of hearing about your damn email.
Some of the tactics that the right-wing Labour operatives used included keeping information from leadership and giving other information exclusively within the right wing of the party. They also would not do anything at work for months and would create group chats to talk in so they appeared to be working. They were distraught when Labour overturned the Conservative majority, with one of them saying they would all need counselling, calling it awful, etc. As they watched polls in which their own party was doing well, they'd say they, quote, felt quite sick.
I'm not gonna cry about my pa.
Another party official said in response to Corbyn's strong polling that they were hopefully peaking, presumably because they thought the terrorist attack that happened in Manchester at the Ariana Grande concert would incentivize people towards the Tories and away from Corbyn.
We must stop the terror. I call upon all nations to do everything they can to stop these terrorist killers. Thank you. Now watch this drive.
These party officials would write, truly demeaning and sick stuff, like wishing death on their colleagues, joking about shooting people, joking about hanging and burning Jeremy Corbyn. They made crude comments about left-wing female party members, and they also constantly demeaned left-wing party members by calling them trots, talking about hunting trots, saying the party's main priority is destroying the trots, etc.
This is what Stalin dreamt about.
Ultimately, it's hard for there to be a takeaway from this. I mean, on one hand, the message to take away isn't hard. The establishment will always find a way to crush even the most mainstream and conventional attempts of the left to seize power. But at the same time, the specifics of the story don't matter that much. You really don't need the story to know that the mainstream political apparatus is doing this. We already know they're doing this. And then articles like this, what they tend to do is make the left wing feel vindicated and correct and right. But meanwhile, the right wing will just either be like, oh, well, that's what it takes to win, or sweep it under the rug, or what have you. And I think the real key takeaway is not to try to appeal to some referee's saying the other side did this or that and it's so bad. Of course it's bad, but there are also no referees. So the way the left has to win power is to start gaining enough power that they can throw it around little by little.
I've got time to do a little self-care.
Control public influence in the way these right-wingers are able to. It really just comes down to power, and the reason that the left kind of will get mopey and be like, oh shucks, is because they don't have the power and that's all they have to do. But if we did have the power, we could shut these people down the same way they shut down the left.